The parable of the divided field. In a quiet village, there was a vast and fertile field shared by all its inhabitants. The field had the potential to yield bountiful harvests, enough to feed the entire village, and even to trade with neighboring lands. One day a man named Marcus arrived in the village. He was charismatic and spoke passionately about the injustices the villagers faced, convincing them that their problems were not due to mismanagement, but rather the fault of a few influential families who supposedly hoarded the best parts of the field for themselves. Marcus positioned himself as a champion for the common villagers, promising to redistribute the land fairly. The villagers, believing Marcus's words, followed him eagerly. They confronted the families accused of hoarding, and under Marcus's guidance, they divided the field anew. However, as time passed, it became clear that Marcus's plans were not well thought out. The new divisions made it difficult to irrigate the field properly, and soon the crops began to fail. When the villagers questioned Marcus, he deflected blame, claiming that the influential families had sabotaged the field out of spite. The villagers, now embroiled in conflict and distrust, continued to listen to Marcus, believing his tales of sabotage and conspiracy. The wise elder, Sarah, observed the turmoil and decided to act. She gathered a group of villagers who remembered the field's prosperous days and were willing to work together for a better future. Sarah spoke to them, saying, "Listen carefully and stay away from those who act like victims in a problem they created. Gaslighting only leads to more confusion and division. Instead, let us focus on what we can achieve together." Sarah's group began to repair the field, slowly but steadily. They shared knowledge and resources, and their section of the field began to flourish. Other villagers, seeing the success, grew curious and started joining Sarah's group, leaving Marcus and his followers to their disputes. In time, the village learned an important lesson. Spending time with those who shared a common vision for the future brought prosperity and peace, while clinging to divisive rhetoric and past grievances only sowed discord and failure. The parable of the divided field mirrors the experiences of many Black Americans who have encountered race baiters in their communities. These individuals often position themselves as champions of the oppressed, using rhetoric that inflames divisions and distrust. By focusing on past grievances and casting themselves as victims of conspiracies, they can divert attention from constructive solutions. Gaslighting, as described in the parable, occurs when these race baiters manipulate perceptions, creating conflicts and then claiming victimhood in the problems they have helped create.